Okay, so the Twice girls are back, guys. They have a 13 mini album and they're on their Latin American leg of their tour, which is amazing in itself. And I'm going to be talking about their newest music video, I Got You. I'm going to be talking about the music video, song, the lyrics, and also my theory about the music video. You know, we got to put some respect on Twice's name because Twice been out here working for years now and they've been making some bops, so let's go. Music video. How it starts off with like showing like the waves in the water, like in the ocean, and like a thunderstorm. And just for you guys know, like I am literally terrified of the ocean. Like I don't mind going to the pool, but I am terrified of what the ocean looks like and stuff like that. Even though The Little Mermaid is one of my favorite Disney princesses, I'm still terrified of the ocean. But I like how the waves look real, but not too real, but not too fake, if that makes any sense. I like the way that the waves look. And I like how it kind of shows like the audience, like we're looking at the ocean and we're seeing a thunderstorm, and then as it zoomed out, we can see that Mina is the one that's actually looking out the window, and then Mina turns and looks. It's like she's looking at us, and like it's kind of like she's smiling at the audience, but she's technically looking at the girls. But I like the way that they did that. Then a few seconds after that, they show Mina walking up, go lay next to the girls, and then they did something similar too, when like kind of see like the audience is kind of looking out like of like the sea, but then it goes and show you that like when John was standing by the lighthouse, how it's like I like how they kind of show it like as the audience point of view, but it's really the girl's point of view. I like how they did that because it brings the audience into their world and it makes you feel like you're right there with them. It makes you feel like you're on the boat with the girls. You know what I'm saying? The way they did it, they pull the audience in and it really gets you hooked to the story that they're trying to tell. And I really like the Dion and Momo dance parts. I love the dance parts that Momo and Dion had, like the one on the rocks and also the one kind of like in the field. And I know Dion and Momo are like 2 out of the 3 rappers in Twice, but I know they sing sometimes. I really like how they had all the rappers sing on this track instead of rapping, because not every song needs a rap part. And I do think that all the rappers in Twice have a good enough voice to sing as well, and I'm glad that they actually made all the rappers sing this time instead of rap. I also love the idea of the boat, like them inside of the boat. Like I like the whole theme they went with this music video, and I also like how they shot the music video. It'll be certain parts like you'll see a girl laying down on the ground, and then like the camera will flip, and then they will be standing up, or you will see like water hitting the screen, and then you will see somebody standing there, or they will go back and forth from the animation to real life things, or they'll show the audience looking at something, then it will show you the girls looking at it. I just like how they did that. And I also like the freestyle with the clothing that the girls had on. I love the freestyle with the outfits and the hair. The girls look beautiful. They really look nice, and I like that kind of freestyle, still like that carefree but still cute style that they went with. Song. Now this is a really good song. This might be one of my favorite Twice songs. My top favorite Twice songs is TT and Icon, but this is definitely my favorite Twice English song, and this is really up there with TT and Icon, because I think those are 2 of Twice's best songs. But this is definitely up there. I Got You was definitely up there. I love the 80s like synth type of track that they went with, and I also just love it because it's got that retro vibe. And I also like that it sounds like something that you would hear on the soundtrack of a movie. It definitely gives like soundtrack movie vibes. Like this could, and even the music video itself definitely could have been a movie. Like 2 different scenarios when this like song could have came on. It's like one of those movies, either when like characters might have a falling out and they stop talking to each other, and then they looking at the window thinking about each other, and then they go run to the person's house and then they hug it and they all start being friends again. Or it could be like in a moment when a movie, like all the main characters are in together in a room, everybody's depressed because whatever happened is not going the way they planned it, but then one person gets up and just randomly start doing something, then they all kind of join in and they all start working on something and planning something. You see them like, jumping around, having fun together, laughing, and then you see them just getting ready to plan something or something like that. It's like a come together type of coming of age kind of movie soundtrack, moment in a movie. I actually really like this song a lot. Before I get into certain lyrics that I really like and meanings behind what I think it means, I like that this song could have been like a typical love song, but I like that they went more with the friendship route. I like that because if you guys are a fan of Twice, you know that some of the girls in Twice have been through a couple of things these last few years, and I think that's a good testimony. These girls have stood by each other's side, and Twice has been a group for a long time as well now too. So these girls have been through a lot of stuff together. I like the first verse that Mina says, "A little reckless around the edges, call it young dumb love. It's just enough to keep me guessing. The story unfolds with you." I like that part because Mina was the first person that we saw in the music video, and I kind of like how her part kind of showed the whole, with the beginning of the whole storyline of the music video, how we all see the ocean and the thunderstorm, and then we see Mina looking outside of the window, and she looks at us, then she looks basically looking to the girls, or the girls. I like how the story kind of unfolded with her part in the music video. And if we want to talk about the lyrics, like when it said little reckless around the edges, when you love somebody, maybe they might be, some people may be a little rough around the edges, but you still love them because you see something in them. Sometimes, you might see something in people that other people don't see, or maybe this person opens up to you or nobody else. They might be a little rough around the edges, but they're not a bad person. It's like they may just be misunderstood, but they have a good heart, but they might come off as, maybe aggressive sometimes, but they really are not a bad person. They're a good person. It's just people don't tend to see that because people tend to see what they want to see and not who people really are sometimes. But you can see the deeper meaning in certain people and certain things. And some people might think that you're young and dumb for wanting to be around this person, but this person keeps you guessing and keep you on your toes. They're very unpredictable. You never know what they're going to do next. You just like that about that person, and you want to stand by their side, because they may be a fun, exciting person to be around as well. Then I really like the next part when Jonghyun said, when I'm walking into the darkness, I know you be right there lighting up the flare. When it's starless, I will follow you to the moon. It's kind of like when you're going into the unknown and you're afraid, but you know that this person is by your side. They're the light in your world. So, as long as they're by your side, you don't have to fear nothing. Like, you can follow them to the moon. You can follow them through the darkness because they're going to be the light to the path of, where y'all got to go. I also like the next parts where Dayan comes in, then is Nayeon. Basically, what it's like, the parts that I like is like, we'll never fall apart, be my light in front of the star. And also like, oh, no matter what you're going, I got you. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And it's basically saying like that person has been your light this whole time. They has always been there for you. And you got them. They have your back, you got their back, and you wouldn't have it any other way. Y'all two are solid. Really love Chewy's part when it says, oh, no drop of doubt. I know deep down we'll make it through just like we always do. It's just one of those things, like, you don't doubt that person. You don't doubt yourself. You know that you and that person, whatever y'all go through, y'all gonna make it through it because y'all have each other, just like y'all always do. Y'all have been through ups and downs before. Y'all have always pulled through. So there's nothing to doubt. You have a belief that y'all gonna be okay. I think that's amazing. And I really like that part that Chase says, ain't no limit what I do for you. I just think that it's one of those things where a person has done so much for you that there's no limit in what you do for them. It's like, I'm gonna pay it back forward. Like, everything, every nice thing that you ever done for me, if you ever need me, I got you. Like, don't ever be afraid to ask me, because look at what you have done for me. Look how you have been a light of my life. You have changed my life. If I can bless you the same way, I will. It's no doubt. There ain't no limit. Then I love that part that Sana and Geo have where it says, you turn my life upside down. You catch me before I hit the ground, and I'll do the same for you. It's like sometimes some people can come and they can turn your life upside down, but they don't mean any harm by it. And even though they might bring some kind of chaos into your life, they always have your back. Like, they will never put you in harm's way, because whatever they bring into your life, they will still protect you. They always will protect you before you fall. And you'll do the same for them. Like, they help you and you will help them as well. And also, like what Mo said, we'll never fall apart, even a million miles apart. No matter how, far away that person may be from you, physically, mentally, emotionally, that would not fall apart. At the end of the day, you guys will always come back together and help each other out, because there's real love and respect there. Nobody can tear that apart. And what Momo said keeps me going to know that it's like, knowing that that person is always going to be there for you, it does give you hope that no matter how hard things can be, you always can count on that person. And I love the do-do-do-do-do-do. I love the part. It's just so cute. And I also just love musically how the girls sung the song, how they sung certain parts. I just love the whole theme of this song in general. Because I love how they sang like we'll make it through just like we always do. I love that theory. Okay, my theory is that the girls are on the boat and they're heading to the lighthouse. Because if you see the lighthouse in a couple different scenes, see the lighthouse in the scene where it turns to a cartoon character, basically fall out into the water, you see the lighthouse. But you also see the lighthouse when it's a part when Jiyeon is standing by the lighthouse. And my theory is that the girls were on their way to the lighthouse, because if you see in the video first started, Mina is looking out the window. She see that there's a storm coming, and she see that the waves are really bad. But you can see the girls are trying to like not think about the storm, all just trying to like get their mind off the storm because they're focused on just being together and going to the lighthouse. And you see that being in the part where, you know, Daeyeon and Momo are dancing with that red string. That kind of ties into the part where, because a storm was coming, I believe that when a cartoon character part came, all the girls fell into the water. They drowned. I believe the girls drowned in the water, but they drowned together holding hands. And some of the girls got swept up on sea on one side, and some of the girls got swept up in different places. I think Daeyeon and Momo got swept up together on that rock. Because if you see them dancing, I think that's their spirits dancing with the red string. And then you see that Sana was laying on the field by herself. I believe Sana got swept up on the field by herself, just like what Chaeyoung was by herself, and certain girls were in certain spots. I think that their spirits are still on land, because, and you see that Jiyeon was the one that was standing by the lighthouse. Their whole goal was to get to the lighthouse, and their spirits are still on the land, and her spirit is by the lighthouse. And I felt like once Jiyeon got to the lighthouse, and you see the next couple of scenes, the girls are all on another boat. They all have white on, and they're sailing peacefully. I think it's a part when you see like the water, you also see the light. I think the girls crossed over to the other side, and now they're all together sailing away on the boat in all white, because they're angels. Because I think when they were all dancing together in the field, that was like their souls coming together. And when they crossed over, you saw that Mina was the first person to come out onto the boat, and she had on all white. And after that, all the girls had on all white, and then they sailed into the sunset peacefully. Now they are in heaven. Also want to add, when Jiyeon was looking into the sea, she was looking for the other girls when she was standing by the lighthouse.